You know I love a good toy, right? So right now I'm standing at the Domino LED booth, and look, they're light up dominoes. I want them now. They're not ready yet, but they're gonna be ready soon. Domino LED, look, I want a full set. This is wicked toys. So it's the Q Pixel Sketch, and I'm gonna grab this pencil, and everybody knows I don't know how to draw, and I kind of come over here, and it just follows me, and it allows me to literally see what I'm drawing overlaid. It's a beautiful, simple, but really elegant augmented reality application, and when I'm done, I'll be able to take these little pieces, put them all together, have my own custom piece of art. I want to do another one, I buy another kit from them, all good to go. Really awesome. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh my God, this is wonderful. The application, I love the magnification.
Jared, you have great energy.
This is wonderful. Ah, the Q Pixel Sketch.
Which is 7" by 7" mixed media artwork. And moving forward, we will introduce more and more types of art. Oil, charcoal, pencil, whatever you want to paint.
It feels so seamless. It feels so smooth. I'm very happy. So there's a toy that I've been wanting for years. Actually, I've seen them around, but what there really is, it's this beautiful globe from Opal Digital. This one is called the Select. They even have these as touchscreens. This is a beautiful 24-inch globe. There's a 36-inch globe over there. This is playing 360-degree video content. It can also put on spheres and planets and all sorts of things. So it can be used for like scientific stuff. It can also be used for like research and edutainment. But I think it's great is that people can walk around it and see from all different points of view. And we're so used to wearing headsets, we're really not really used to like being able to collaboratively view the 360. And that's really what this is designed for. I love this. And you think 24 inches isn't that big, but you realize how many people can gather around so many different points of view and really get a real feel of the spatialness of this globe. Really cool tech from Opal Digital. I love 360 cameras, and I look at all of them, but this one's really neat. This is the Wonder 360 S1 action camera. So they have all sorts of really cool cases for this one. This one isn't that expensive, and right next to it, we have the Wonder 360 C1, which is their original camera. They actually started with Indiegogo. They've done really, really well. These range between like $200 and $300. They're not really that expensive, but look at this. And actually, they have this streaming right now to a phone right next to me, and it is small. This is pretty cool. So he's literally playing by having that physical block moving back and forth. It is actually sitting there under the glass. It's being moved with magnets and motors. This is an old school game using old school tech. Well, I was never very good at Pong anyway, but it's pretty cool. If you really want a throwback device for your man cave or your bar or whatever, this is actually a really spectacular device. It's a little pricey, $3,000, but it's pretty special. You gotta love the 3D rudder people. They really know what they're doing in terms of alternate input, and they've really been advancing it, making it a little bit easier every year to control things with your feet. They've got great software and great hardware. I actually like to play with them. So, kind of a little thing, it looks generic. It looks like some sort of a generic mouse pad or the world's worst tablet display. But really what this is, it's a Sensel Morph, and it's a pressure-sensitive, multi-touch input device. Let me turn around and show you. So there it is, and what I can do now is I can drop one of the overlays on it, and bam, it is a Bluetooth MIDI controller. And I can actually change it out. I can put on a different one, and voila, now I've got a keyboard. But it's really even cooler than that, because they have a developer's one where I can slide any piece I want under it and really see what's going on. Really cool. It is a multi-touch, it is pressure sensitive, and it's completely configurable. All right, so I'm at the Royal booth, and you may have seen Royal previously because they have a head-mount display, but now they've got this new phone tablet thing called the Flex Pi, and what's a little bit unique about it is that I've never done this to a device before. Here we go, that's right. I can actually fold the LCD. Look at that, the future is now. Do not try this with your phone. Well, you can do it to your own phone, but you only do it once. But isn't this awesome? It is not out yet, but look at that. Curved, flexible LED in a device right here, right now. The Flex Pi. Pretty wicked. So there's a company called Humanize that makes a really cool 360-degree stereoscopic camera called the Views. I was really skeptical when it first came out, but it's actually an awesome camera. And now they've come out with something brand new. And it looks like another one of those 360-degree cameras, which, by the way, this is a 360-degree camera. Very high resolution, but it's got one really cool feature. That's right, now it's a stereoscopic camera, and it's stereoscopic and 180 degrees. So this is pretty awesome, and it's called the Views XR, and it's under $500. So I'm at the Insta360 booth, and this is the new Insta360 1X camera. This is an 18 megapixel camera. What this has got is a wonderful little 6 degree of freedom gyroscope inside of it. And what that allows to do is have amazing stabilization. A lot of people are using them as action cameras so you can reframe your video when you get home. They've also got a really crazy new feature with it as well, which involves this very long selfie stick. You're gonna need to clear away, sir. Got a long pole, they're gonna hit record. It's gonna be like this. And what happens is that if I spin around at one frame, at one revolution per second, when I play it back, what's going to allow me to do is put me in the center of attention, and it's going to be like a new form of virtual bullet time right here using this camera. And believe it or not, the camera's only 400, and this handle's only 40, and it's all from Insta360. Wow, that was awesome. It's so loud in there. I just showed you with the Hypervision displays, they do not film well, because really they're like spinning LCD fans or LED fans that make these beautiful color floating displays, and they're really awesome and they're really cool. They just don't film well, and they've come down in price so well, and they're so integrated, and it's Hypervision, really cool display tech. Now, you know how much I love video games, and I'm standing at the My Arcade booth where they have the little micro arcade games. Literally, it's a full arcade game, fully playable. There's all different flavors of them. They also have the mini player, which is much bigger and is loaded with multiple games. And then of course they also have the Pocket, which is a little bit smaller, but also has a couple games in them, all from My Arcade. Check it out, it's gonna have cool stuff. They've got Namco, they've got, what else do you have?
We've got Pac-Man, we've got Miss Pac-Man coming soon, Galaga.
Everything, it's pretty awesome.
Dig Dug.
Dig Dug. So this is brand new. This is from VRLEO. The standalone one, the person where the person's standing up, that's called the VRLEO. It's standalone. You put a quarter or whatever the currency in the machine, the headset drops down, and when it's over, it comes back up, and then it sanitizes itself. But where the guy was standing inside the machine, that's called the Scorpio, and it has 5 different or 6 different games to choose from. Both of them are VR arcade machines, and they're brand new, and they're really, really fun. Here's a really fun one. I'm at DJI, and this is the Osmo Pocket. Look at this. This is a 4K camera with a gimbal. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That is awesome. This is tiny. Pretty fun. How much does it cost? How much? $349. $350 right here. Beautiful. And they have all sorts of accessories. You come out in all sorts of ways, but it's just fine in my hand. Wow, it is loud here. I am actually right now walking through robots and drones. I'm actually not going to stop too many of these places because the robots have gotten bigger and the drones have gotten bigger. And there's some cool stuff here, but for the most part, not the consumer level stuff we're looking for. Just know that the robots are coming and they'll be flying drones. Seriously, walking through the robotics section, it's like these people watched all sorts of science fiction movies for their design, but never paid attention to the plots. It's creepy stuff. I'm at the MakeBlock booth, and they have a whole series of interactive modular STEM toys, and you can get different things. They're all different types of robots. Each one of these is its own little kit. You can get this robot, or you can get this robot, or you can get this robot. But what really caught my eye was this drone, and you're like, I know, not another drone. I'm not going to drone on. And you're like, but this is a drone for kids. It's a $99 drone, and it's kind of soft. It's kind of things. But here's the best part. You know you're going to crash it. Well, the best part is it's modular, and these are actually little magnetic, comes off. So when I break this thing, I can literally just put it back together, and more importantly, if I want to really break them, I'm only going to replace the pieces that I want to. And what they told me is I can reconfigure it to make it a hovercraft. Really cool, and it's from MakeBlock. So I'm always looking for good scanners, and I mean like real scanners, like laser scanners, volumetric things that'll get like rooms. And there's a lot of companies out there, and there's really expensive. We're seeing a real nice influx from some of the Chinese markets, and right now I'm looking at Inlight, and Inlight's got this one right over here. This is the kind of thing that you put in a room, it spins around, does the full capsule room. But these are a lot cheaper than we've been seeing them. It's a real breakthrough to see some of the technology kind of hitting the States right now. So they actually have a drone that actually does aerial versions of this as well. And they've got a new version of it that doesn't even spin around. It just instantly captures. Some pretty cool stuff going to come out from Inlight. We're going to hear more about them later on.
At one point. And then pick up a sushi.
But you go back for a moment to the room. So this is a 3D scan right now, and you're live browsing this on the internet. So this is a data set, you're using just a regular web browser, and you're navigating around. And this data was all captured using your technology, and then processed using your cloud servers. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
How much post-processing was done by hand on this, or is this mostly automated?
All automated.
All automated.
Nothing to install. These are the post-processing part where I added another video feed, like to show you the store manager.
And the item that you added was a separate piece as well.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you.
So end to end, from area scan, indoor scan, outdoor scan, object scan.
Show me the aerial again, real fast.
The area scan.
There we go. Beautiful. Thank you. So this is a 3-color printer. So it's doing full color printing by mixing the cyan, magenta, and yellow filament. And look at that, look at that. That is amazing. What's this unit called? This is the Dewbot Muse Color Mix 3D printer. How much does this cost?
3 colors. Yes. $700.
$700. That's awesome. Is it shipping it?
Yes.
Cool. So you're thinking, all right, yeah, the robot's arm is cool, and I showed it last year, and it's got all these little heads that you've got for it, and you can laser cut, and you can engrave, but what are you really gonna do with it? Well, that's where the third-party stuff comes into play, and STEM Education Works has a whole curriculum they put together, and they've partnered with Dewbot so that you can get all the pieces, parts that you want, but actually learn to do something useful for it. Skill building, skill sets, and taking this type of tech to the future. Mix me a martini. A martini. It's not listening. So the core of all of these robots are the dynamixels, is that correct? And that's really what makes everything move.
Yep.
So the cool thing about Robotics is that while every piece that they have is based off that same mechanical programmable item, they have all sorts of stuff down from those little, really fun little kid kits, which by the way are pretty impressive and you have to program them and build them, to industrial level stuff, but some pretty cool stuff here. And I actually really like the choreography there.
Humanoid robot
So last year I stopped at UB Tech where they had all of the robots and the Jimu robots. Well, you know what they have this year? They have a unicorn robot. This is cool. And it's got an RGB color sensor on it. And again, just like all these robot kits, you build them, which is part of the process, you code them, then you get to experience them. It's a threefold process and pretty awesome. I love the smaller booths sometimes, and right now I'm standing at Backyard Brains, and they make these neuroscience education kits that you can buy, build, and then play with, whether it's the human body or they have ones for insects and ones for plants, where you get to learn and play with basically neural impulses. Pretty wild stuff. This kit here is usually $250, right? Awesome, cool education, next level stuff. So it was a really fun one because I walked up and said, what makes it a smart train? Well, it turns out it really is a smart train. It's got color sensors on the bottom of it, and what you saw was those little color clips all around have different things. One of them says, you know, release or go faster. So it's a different way of programming it, and it's a kind of a neat little kit. You get the car, and you get the wagon, and you get some track, and I'm gonna turn around and show you what it does again. But it's a neat little kit, and again, takes those little toy trains to the next level.
On the wooden tracks.
Well, I have no idea how much that one costs, but that is the DisplayPort HBR3 demo here, and looks really fun. So this is a very exciting one. This is a Puppy Cube. That entire cube is the computer and the projector. It is an ultra short throw projector, but it also is a multi-point touchscreen. They will retail for $1,300. Right now they're on Indiegogo. They're very, very nice. Pretty cool. And look, it runs a full Android. So I can install anything I want? Yep. Excellent, look at that. I can install anything I want. What are you playing? That looks fun too. So I'm standing in the HRM booth looking at all the wonderful record stuff they've got, and then I come over and I see this wonderful little device called the Duo. And it doesn't look much right now, but let me show you what it looks like when they open it up. It's a real turntable with a detachable, rechargeable speaker. Isn't that nice? This is really, really nice. And apparently it's only $369. I'm about to try something really, really cool. And I've always wanted to do this, and they're being good sports to let me try this. All right, and the idea being that it is a robotic assist that I'm wearing, so that when I come over here, and I bend over to pick this up, and I bend over to pick this up, it actually makes my, oh my God, that is the weirdest thing. Oh wow, let me try that again. So I bend over, and even bending over, it keeps me from hurting. So I bend over, and I normally can't bend, everybody, this is big. I bend over, I'm not falling, I grab it, and as I go up, it helps me lift up, and it helps me put this back down again. This is amazing. They're letting me do another demo. This is gonna be even more exciting. This is a prototype, and well, you'll see what it does in a second. Oh my goodness. Wow. So it literally is helping me walk.
Yeah.
It's lifting my leg for me and keeping my gait going. so. Wow. Wow, that is amazing. It literally is helping me walk. Assistant, not that much force, but enough to really make a difference on the way I feel about the whole process. Brilliant. So just how big is CES? Well, let's put it this way. Just at the Las Vegas Convention Center, there's the North Hall, the Central Hall, 4 South Halls, the Westin, and an entire tent city set up in the parking lot. Then over at the Sands, there's Eureka Park, the conference center there, and the Aria. This place is big. I can't see it all. So I'm really much specifically looking for those things that I'm specifically looking for, which means, alas, no car tech. I really don't like car tech.